Morning guys, and welcome to All About Food. Today I'm going to make a potato quiche. It's very easy to make. As you can see, I already started to grate some potatoes. At the end of the video I will give you the full recipe. As you can see, I've already have done some grating, so I only have 2 potatoes left, and I'm going to show you now. I grated really, I tried to grate it a bit bigger because we're going to use this as the base of our quiche. So as you can see, I'm grating now. This is very nice if you want to make it an easy dinner or maybe a lunch. As you can see, I'm down to my my last potato now. So now I'm going to grate this one as well. And then after I'm done grating, I'm going to transfer my potato into my dish, and I'm going to bake it for about half an hour. So yeah, let's see what we can accomplish today. Keep watching, guys. After we have grated our potatoes, we are going to put in a little bit of salt according to your taste. I just add it randomly. And then remember, everyone's quiche is going to be a different size because you're going to make the quiche according to the amount of people you have to serve. So I like to use a dish as big as this one because my family is only 3. We are only 3 people. So this actually works nice for me, and there's always leftovers. So obviously if you're a family of 4 or 5, your quiche is going to be a little bit bigger. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to transfer the potatoes into my dish, and then I'm going to bake it. So all you do is you transfer it. I just use a spoon. Just transfer everything there. Because now we're actually going to make a type of a base. So the potatoes are going to work for us as a base. So after you've done that, I'm going to use my spatula to actually flatten it. You can also just make a very thin base. You don't have to make a very thick base. But I like to make the base actually a bit thick, because now it's almost like a potato cake, but it's just going to be like a quiche. Like I said before, you can use anything in your fridge. I'm going to use some bacon and cheese and eggs, but you can use anything. You can use chicken, you know, anything that you like, tuna, any type of fish, meatballs. You can also make some meatballs and put them in here as well. So after I've done this, I'm making sure that I press it nice and soft, nice and easy, so that all of these are connected. So now I'm going to transfer it to my oven. I've put my oven into or onto 180 degrees, and we're going to leave it in there for half an hour, or depends on how big your dish is. But I'm going to leave it for 180 to 190 degrees for about half an hour. And then we're going to see afterwards what it looks like. Okay guys, now we are going to assemble all the ingredients to make our quiche. Okay, so first of all, we're going to have some cheese, eggs. I've got some garlic, Origanum, some parsley, and obviously a lot of pepper. We've got some Feta cheese, salt, Paprika. I also like to put in a little bit of sweet chili just for the sweetness. And then we're also going to add in some bacon. So now first, I like to put in all my eggs. Just do it nice and neatly. And then I'm going to add my bacon. You can add any type of meat. You can also do some cold meat. If you want to put in some fish, you can also do a little bit of tuna. That also goes a long way. Before you mix the rest, just try and combine the eggs and the bacon already, because it tends to not mix well if you pour everything in at the same time. Then next, I'm going to put in my salt. Salt is to taste, so it depends on how you like your quiche or how you like it with your eggs. And then also I'm going to put in some pepper. I'm going to put in just a dash of paprika. Then we are going to our spices. So garlic is also optional. You don't have to put in garlic if you are not a fan of garlic. But like my family, we like garlic. So I like to put in maybe like a tablespoon of garlic. And then also the Origanum and the parsley. I'm going to put that in as well. Put that aside. Then I'm going to put in the sweet chili, of course. Don't forget the bit of sweetness. There has to be a little bit of sweetness. You can put in normal chutney as well. It doesn't have to be sweet chili. And then you just mix it up a little bit more. Just like that. As you can hear, our base is done in the oven. And then we're going to put in all of our cheese. You can also put any kind of cheese in. You can have some Gouda, but I like to use cheddar. Sometimes I also like to use some white cheddar. And lastly, we're going to put in our Feta cheese. So as you can see, I use 2 types of cheeses. But that depends on you. If you don't like Feta, you can just use something else. You can also use some goat cheese. It depends on what you and your family likes to eat. In my family, we like a lot of cheddar and yes, also Feta cheese. Everything is always better with some Feta and bacon, hey? So now you just mix it nicely. And then I'm going to show you, I'm going to pour it into my dish on top of the base, which is made of potato. We're going to put it back into the oven. Just enough time so that the eggs can set. So normally it's between 15 to 20 minutes, depending on your oven and depending on how you like your eggs. Do you like it to be a bit runny still, or do you like it to be combined enough? There you go. It looks a bit messy, but believe me, it tastes amazing. So let's get it into the dish. Guys, as you can see, it's out of the oven, and as you can see, it already started to get a little bit brown around the sides. So all I'm going to do now, remember it's hot, so all I'm going to do now is put everything slowly on top of the base. Remember, it's a quiche, so it's going to look a bit messy, but afterwards it's going to be actually very nice. So now you just press it nice and softly all around. Make sure you have every corner covered. Just like that. And now it's going to go back into the oven for 15 to 20 minutes until it's nice and golden brown. And I'll show you afterwards what it looks like. As you can see, guys, our quiche is out of the oven and it's looking pretty good, hey? Nice and brown and also set. So now I'm going to dish it up for you and show you what it looks like. Okay guys, so now after you've turned out your quiche into a nice serving dish, we're going to cut it and we're going to serve it now. Let's see what our quiche looks like. As you can see, it's nicely done and ready to eat and enjoy.